The white dragon winced from his injury inflicted by the dark dragon. The white dragon understood the dark dragon's recklessness made him fast, but the white dragon was stronger. The white dragon fainted to the right. The dark dragon's red breath illuminated the sky, but missed the white dragon. The white dragon countered by unleashing his green fiery breath upon his predictably exposed opponent. The dragon's breath blazed across the night sky. The spectacle was enjoyed by the Chinese villages below, the emperor in his castle, and his troops along the country's great wall. The spectacle were the heavenly lights, the Auroras, and this is Legends from the Pacific. Aloha, and thank you for joining us. This is Legends from the Pacific, episode 41, The Heavenly Lights, the Auroras. I am Kamuela Kaneshiro, a professional writer, speaker, and Comic-Con panelist with extensive film and television experience. I study mythology, I've encountered unusual things, and I'm a geek. You can support us by getting 2 or 3 of your friends to listen to our show. And don't forget to claim your free bonus episode by joining our email list today. Later in this episode, your featured song and Hawaiian word, but first, the Auroras. The Auroras are a natural phenomenon found on Earth and other planets in our system. The Auroras occur in the northern and southern hemispheres. The north has the Aurora Borealis, or morning light coming from the north, while the south have the Aurora Australis, or morning light coming from the south. Cultures interpreted the auroras differently. Aboriginals enjoying the Aurora Australis saw it as dead spirits ascending to the heavens or a great war being fought in the sky. Various northern cultures believed the Aurora Borealis were ancestors playing a soccer-like game with a walrus skull for a ball. Others believed the opposite, meaning the lights were walrus or seal spirits playing with a human's skull. Cultures also believe whistling or pointing at the Aurora Borealis is bad luck and will cause the spirits to come down for you. But the Aurora Borealis has also been seen in China, Japan, Malaysia, and Singapore. As mentioned in our opening story, the Chinese believed the Aurora Borealis were the fire from 2 dragons fighting each other. One dragon represented good, the other represented evil. Interestingly enough, Japan, Malaysia, and Singapore believed children conceived under the lights would become attractive and smart. Still to come, your featured song and Hawaiian word, but now, a story. The following is a Legends from the Pacific original story and is based on cultural records. A boy struggled through mountains of snow while heading home. He mumbled about his parents who sent him on this errand. He hated how the sun was barely out during this season, and the snow made everything harder. He wished his parents knew how difficult things were because of the snow, and thought getting home late would make them worried, and maybe they'd start asking less of him. He stopped in a clearing, picked up a stick, and played in the snow. As the sun rested on the horizon, the boy waved his stick, ordering his warrior trees surrounding him when his stomach growled. He sighed. Not enough time passed for his family to worry about him. He dropped his stick and plunged his hands into his pockets. Something jabbed his fist. It was jerky he forgot about. He cheered, picked up his stick, ate the jerky, and giggled, thinking about his worrying parents. His warrior trees reported their latest victory and mentioned the night might be too cold for their leader. The boy agreed, tossed his stick, and faced home. But he felt warmer than normal and concluded it was a warm night. He reclaimed his stick, resumed playing, and laughed, thinking about how worried his parents were. Darkness consumed the child. Hunger, cold, and fatigue dug into the putty of the child's emotions. Their kneading and tearing made him fussy. The darkness brightened. Ribboning streams of pink, green, purple, and blue filled the sky. The child glared at the dancing lights. He pointed, whistled, and yelled how it was unfair the spirits got to play while he struggled. The child felt a presence. He silenced and noticed his warrior trees appeared as hideous, towering creatures. He dropped his branch and kicked it away. A darkened, humanoid figure stood along the tree line across him. The petrified child looked for anything that might identify the figure as a set of branches or a log. The child blinked, and the figure was gone. Overhead, a pink ribbon of light darkened to red. The boy reluctantly scanned the area. The figure was along the tree line closest to the child. Fear grabbed the shaking child and squeezed tears from him. As the child begged forgiveness, his father yelled behind him and erupted from the tree line. The crying child ran to his father, embraced him, and apologized while his father asked where he's been. The father forgave his son, comforted him, and picked him up. The child peeked over his father's shoulder. The figure blended into the shadows as they went home. Coming up, your featured song and Hawaiian word. Consider becoming a Patreon supporter of our show. Patreon supporters allow us to create longer episodes and enjoy a number of exclusive benefits, including monthly story-centered episodes. So sign up now. Today, many question the belief that the Auroras might benefit a person's appearance and intelligence. But this hasn't stopped believers going to the Aurora Borealis with ulterior motives. If you like what you heard, please give us a rating, write a review, and share Legends from the Pacific with your friends and family. I'd really appreciate it. Don't forget to claim your free episode by joining our email list today. Our theme song is Mystery by Tavana, courtesy of High Sessions. Sound effects are by Sound Effects Factory. Our music coordinator is Matt Duffy, aka DJ TripleBypass. Links and show notes can be found on our website, legendsfromthepacific.com, including a link to your featured song, which is Hawaii Ne by Mamo, courtesy of High Sessions. Legends from the Pacific was written, produced, and edited by me, Kamuela Kanashiro. I also wrote our original stories. Your featured Hawaiian word is Waiho Olu'u. Waiho Olu'u means color. An example of Waiho Olu'u is, some say black is the absence of Waiho Olu'u. Once again, Waiho, Olu, U means color. Thank you once again for listening. Mahalo and a hui ho.
When you're here in these islands,